Okay, everyone. I'm going to show you my Phoenix Clear here that can get about 11.2k is the best I've gotten. Um, it does not feature any summer units or Charlotte or Steel Time. It is a little tiny bit RNG dependent, and I'll talk about that in a little bit.
I will take back what is ours.
So one of the things we want to do here is we're going to slow shot the Phoenix to lower his agility here. Um, Ideally, this will crit. We want to get as much damage on Phoenix as possible, so a crit here would help. Corwell usually crits, but that was unfortunate. Now, we're going to come up here, and this is actually key. We're going to Luna Verve, which Corwell absolutely needs at level 20 to get enough AP to do the rest of the fight. And then we're gonna have Phoenix. We're gonna have Moore come up here, and she's gonna LB again, just piling that damage on Phoenix right now, starting to get him lowered. Moraga here is basically just a Keenblade and slow vehicle, so you don't want him doing anything else during this fight. So one of the things we're gonna do now is we're going to Poison Mist and move him here. Okay. Now I want to point out that he could move there on his own, but he really needs some more AP so that he can slow next turn. Poison Mist gives 15 AP, and it allows him to move without. It allows him to only use an ability and not technically have moved. So that's going to give him a little bit of speed. We're running him pretty slow, and we want him slow except for on his next turn, when we're going to want him to slow Phoenix as early as possible. We move specifically to that spot because Tidus is not going to move for the rest of this fight, and he's going to use Hastega here. And we do not want the Hastega to land on Moraga. We also technically have a little bit of affinity between Tidus and Moraga, so that's helping to speed up Tidus a little bit. We're going to drop Purify here. In particular, we need to make sure we hit Ildira. No one else should really take any damage the rest of this fight, but I can't help it. I feel like I need to put on as many people as possible. Corwell runs over here. Ildira is now going to come in, and she needs to move to where she can get Hastega. And a key thing here, she's going to use Taunting Spell on Phoenix. And this will technically start building the chain, except Phoenix is going to activate. But what this does is it makes sure that Phoenix is going to walk up and smack Ildira rather than anyone else right now. It also guarantees Phoenix moves to where we want him to move. And what we would really like to see is a crit off of Ildira right here. It's not super common, but it can add up to like another 2k-ish damage, which can be really huge. So now that that's done, Mora wants the haste, so she's just going to full meme style to make sure Jamming Thrust is going to hit for max damage once she moves on, and she's going to just stand still and pick up that haste right now. Moraga is now going to come in, and he is going to just whack Phoenix as hard as possible, and hopefully this will slow so that I do not have to go and restart this video. There we go, we've landed the slow. Excellent. Okay, now that we've landed that slow, we're going to start quick hitting with Tidus. Moore is going to come on over and Jamming Thrust this ad. She'll hit for just shy of max damage, but she crits, so she does hit for max. Ildira is now just going to start water bleeding, and she's already at max damage, which is fantastic. And Tidus here is just going to burn through his quick hits. Corwell is going to move straight up so that he can slow shot this guy. Moraga is now going to Keenblade, and this is the last thing we want Moraga doing the rest of this fight, so he's just going to run away. We get another water blade. And we will quick hit. Now, one of the key things to note here is that Yaldira is the one that will be finishing off Phoenix. I'll also point out we want to summon Leviathan here, so Leviathan on more. Leviathan is going to be used to kill this ad. We won't get the damage we want, but it's important for maximizing Tidus's damage a little bit later in the fight. So we do that. We are then going to Water Blade again right here. That will finish off the Phoenix. Yaldira shall stand still once again. Tidus is going to come in, and here's again where the things from this other. Tidus does not crit here. We will not get the slow, and we will have to restart this video. Luckily he crit. We do not need to restart. Okay, Moraga gets, unfortunately, one wasted turn here. We're just gonna use hide and run away. And now I believe Moraga should not get another turn the rest of this fight. Come on back here, and we will Dispel Barrage. Notice that we click over to this slot. We do not want to hit the Merilith. We just want to take out the Cactuar with Dispel Barrage for max damage. Now, Dispel Barrage hits harder, is his hardest hitting move, which is why we want to use it there. And as you notice, he's at 0 AP. So that Lunaverve hitting him earlier in the fight was absolutely important, so that when he purified, he got enough AP to be able to do that. Now, this guy's going to come up and drain Evocation Yaldira. Notice how he went after Yaldira. That's because of the taunting spell that we still have active, and Yaldira had Purify, so she's actually in like a decent place to tank that without taking too much excess damage. Now, Moore can come on over here, and luckily she can jamming thrust through this and just hit that other Merilith. If you try to move back up over the top, you're not going to have the height that you need in order to be able to hit, so you've got to move down here. Now, Yaldira is going to come in, and she's actually going to Yaldira's Theorem to make Tidus faster. She's going to do that and stand still. What this is going to do is it's going to allow Tidus here to Eject Shot to break the defense on the Phoenix. Fantastic. And then Yaldira will go before Tidus again. Tidus going one last time before Phoenix gets to go. And here's the key thing. Level 4 Walterga can be cast right here to hit both of these guys for huge damage. Let's see. Alright, they're currently 50% damage down because... Sorry, I would appear that I accidentally paused the video. Whoops. They are 50% down because of Leviathan, and so we're going to go ahead and hit here and drop them all with a pretty big overkill. Notice that we do not hit Phoenix. Ideally, we get double crits there, but it is what it is. And then we're going to come in here, and Tidus is going to be hitting for capped damage. Let's see what we get here. There you go. As you can see, just shy of 11.2k. The major difference between this score and my last is whether or not Yaldira got some crits. So I think I could probably push 11.3k with perfect critting, but can't always get that. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope this was helpful. Oh, actually, before I go, I will go ahead and show you guys my my setup. So we have Yaldira here with Magic Up, Providence of Fire, to take a little bit less damage, and damage distribution. She might trigger that against Phoenix, which can be really nice for getting just a little bit more damage on. Corwell is all damage based, missile mastery, sniper mastery. He does not have any range up passives. He has just enough range to do what he needs to do. Moore is running initial AP up and magic up to ensure she has enough AP. She could probably run something else like Fire Spirit's Grace or something else, but she doesn't really need to because none of it really boosts her damage at all. So there's not a whole lot of benefits in running a different passive on her. Moraga is running Ninja Subjob with Shikuchi for the extra movement in case you need it, or just to book it out of town. And unfortunately, he doesn't have any damage up passes, which really sort of sucks for him. Because I'd love to be able to get some extra damage off of him, but it is what it is. Of course, he's running Keenblade TMR. Keenblade, Little Leela, Luna Verve, and Bells are obviously all fully maxed. And then we got Tidus over here running Samurai Sub, which I guess isn't too important. Suncrest, and you got a score just to get his agility higher. Is there a better? I guess technically he could potentially get away with Blade Soul, but I would worry that his agility would not be high enough with it. And he doesn't really need it since he's basically capping damage the entire time. So that's my team, and I hope this was helpful.